Ain't no telling what we can get into after hours.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Quick Fix After Hours. I am Krayzie Bone.
I am the Bum Keef G.
Yeah, we back, y'all.
And it is Thursday, April 26, 2018. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. Thank y'all for joining us again on another podcast episode.
Yes.
We got a very, very good topic to speak on tonight.
Oh, man.
It's going to be very good, very deep, very educational, very controversial.
Yo, when you hit me and told me the topic, G, I was looking forward to it, bro. That's all I could say.
Oh yeah. We you know what I'm saying? We got a special guest gonna stop through and chop it up with us.
Oh yeah, a couple of them. You know what I'm saying?
DJ Uneek.
Yep.
And I think Glasses Malone,
of course,
gonna join in on the conversation with us this evening on the After Hours. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can kick back with us, man, and go get your drinks.
Yeah.
Crack open your bottle.
Oh yeah.
Roll whatever you gonna roll.
Go get your habit, man.
Your edibles, whatever you do, man. Whatever, or just sit there and lend us your ear. You know what I'm saying?
Go back to the radio days. Turn the television off. Matter of fact, man, unless you got it tuned to this station right here. But turn your TV off, man. Go sit by the radio like they used to do in the 40s. What was that? The 30s or something?
I don't know what year. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They used to order stuff off the radio.
Yeah, so
the family, they had no TV.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna just sit up and chop it up. You know what I'm saying? This weekend was a crazy weekend, like I told y'all on the last show. The weekend was on fire. The weekend was on fire.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man. The weekend was crazy. It was
Where'd you start at, man?
I was tired. Well, man, we started in Arizona, which the show was lit. Tempe,
that's
Arizona.
The 19th, right?
It was lit. The 19th. It was, Arizona always go up. They always
Phoenix got love.
Oh yeah, they always go up for bone. And then we hit Vegas. Now come on, we ain't even got to talk about Vegas.
Then you hit the 20.
Man.
If you talking about 420,
it was footage posted on the. We posted footage on the Bone page of the dressing room, and I said, "Is this the dressing room?"
What?
Yeah, or the after party, because it was crazy, bro.
Man, that's how it looked, man. You know, there was so much smoke in there that one time the smoke cleared and I've seen Flavor Flav just standing there.
Yeah, bro, you know what, bro? I actually forgot the Flavor Flav.
Foofy.
That's how crazy the weekend was, bro. Because you know what I'm saying, one thing going on, you turn on, just like you say, a cloud of smoke just open up and Flavor Flav come through.
Here come Flavor Flav busting through the door. You know what I'm saying?
Flavor Flav
is the ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out Flavor Flav. He came through. Man, but the dressing room, it was just off the hook, man. Before we even took the stage.
Oh yeah, G.
And the crowd was off the hook. The show was crazy. You know.
All your celebrity friends, man, come back.
And then we spilled on down to, like I said, we spilled on down here back to Los Angeles. Barely making it, but we still had energy though. You know what I'm saying? To the Crush Groove, which went off very, very well. Even though B kind of overslept on his nap, and he missed like 2 or 3 songs.
Right.
And he had to run on stage on like the Bone and Biggie, man. We apologize for that, y'all. But hey,
up to a good level.
That's on him. Y'all get him, okay? Y'all get him when y'all see him. But all 5 did show up.
It was live, G. I watched it from this side. It was live, bro.
Eventually, we showed up. Oh yeah, man, it was crazy. Shout out to all the fans for coming out and supporting, man. I mean, the show was lit. Ice Cube was lit in Vegas, Cypress Hill. At the Crush Groove, it was Warren G. It was
Redman, Method Man,
DJ Quick was there. Q.
Hell, I see Dub C through that place. Look, it's like I see Dub C. Yeah. I see I seen all the Dirty OGs through there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's out now.
Y'all saw everybody. You know what I'm saying? So man, it was a wonderful thing. It was a wonderful thing. Thank y'all for coming out, rocking with us, rocking with everybody. Yeah, man. But as always, we talk about everything on here. And this on the way here, we was talking about the situation with we was just sitting in the car talking about how everything is is like way more extreme now.
Yeah.
In regards of these little terrorist acts that be happening. Mm-hmm. It's like it's way sooner though. You know what I'm saying? It's like happening more and more. Like Back in the day, you should be like, like these kind of things, like just like like the dude. Okay, well, first of all, we gotta send condolences and a shout out to the dude,
hero,
to the dude that disarmed the shooter.
Yeah, man.
What city was that?
That city I don't even actually know. It tripped me out.
We gotta find out.
When I heard, I'm gonna find the city too for what I'm saying. But it just tripped me out the way it happened. G.
Yeah, the dude. He disarmed the dude. Took the gun and they caught the dude. But 4 people lost their lives. So want to send our condolences out to that family.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. But then just like a couple of days later, or a day or two later, a dude in Canada runs a truck over in a crowd and kills 9 people.
Yeah, dog, that's what you was saying right there.
So we things like this you used to hear about, like, like maybe like once or twice a year. Back,
Never really hear. It wouldn't be.
But it's probably also because
we have more mass media.
Yeah, all the media we have now, like. There's so much media on so much stuff, bro. If you think about it, it's so much media that, like, think about sports.
Right.
Back in the day when the sports season was over, you ain't really see nothing about sports till the season started back up.
Not even off-curricular activities, even if it was bad.
Now, they got everything. They showing you the draft. They showing you when the people is... Like, they showing you they taking you inside each player's lives.
Yeah, the
they got news. They got news the whole year, and that's why that's probably why you be hearing so much dumb shit on these. Because they gotta find shit to talk about. Like I was watching
that work.
I was watching the game, the Cavaliers and the Pacers game the other day when the Cavs lost the first game.
Right.
And they said if LeBron loses game 2, does that destroy his legacy?
They actually proposed that question.
How could one game destroy 15 years of this dude's legacy? But then I had to catch myself, like, you know what? They just throwing dumb shit out there to talk about just to take that question. Because there be some dumb shit they be saying on these shows, bro. Like, why would you think that? Like,
hell yeah, well, ain't no one thing gonna ruin that man's legacy. LeBron kicked it into gear. I ain't gonna lie. I want him as a Laker, like I always say, but he done kicked it into gear this playoffs again. He up there, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. We're in a struggle right now.
Shit. What y'all down? What is it, 2-1, 3-1?
2-1.
Well, y'all play tonight?
No. Tied 2-2.
Oh,
we tied it up.
I got a fight.
We came back.
Get him, Rock.
No, honestly, how I feel though.
Yeah.
How Pacers fucked up. They should have kept their foot on the neck.
Oh yeah.
Now
it's going down now.
You see what he said. You see what he did when he said all he was trying to do was get to that 6th game.
So it's a wrap.
No. All he was trying to do was get to Game 7 when he won the championship. That's all I want to do is get to Game 7.
I think LeBron.
And he won. Huh?
I think LeBron gonna get there again.
What?
I think he may get to the finals again.
I'm gonna take one playoff series at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one playoff series at a time.
Because I peep Golden State out too. They kind of cripple a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They was tussling with folks.
Yeah, but Curry be back.
Yeah. But that's that's a Curry. That's just something that I don't really, I really have no interest in this people. I don't even know how I got dug in this conversation because it ain't about the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? How we get here? We were talking about the
Lakers ain't got nothing to do with this here.
Damn. We'll be back next week though, folks. You know what I'm saying? Rehabbing and training. Hope we get somebody good, G. Hey, the draft is coming up too though. You know what I'm saying? NFL draft. Ain't that in a couple of days?
Couple of days. I will be there front and center watching because I got to know what the Browns gonna do.
Yeah, that's in a couple of days.
I can't watch another season.
You hoping to get the
nigga don't get no points.
The running back from Penn State.
Nigga don't get no win. Come on, bro. That's disrespectful to the city.
But who's first? Is it y'all first or I think somebody else got first pick too.
No,
who got first or second?
No, we got first.
I got first.
Yeah, I think the Giants or the Jets got second. One of them, and then one of them is the Giants, the Jets, and then we got 4. So
we got 4.
Yeah,
you got to get Penn State then.
Man, bro, but then I don't know, but because he hot commodity. Like if you look at it, so if they don't get him on the first round, I don't know. We'll see. I'll be in my Cleveland Browns to get my hat and shirt. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I'll be in what is it? Tennessee. Tennessee.
Take me to another
No, Saturday I'll be in Mississippi. That's right, y'all. So if y'all in the area, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be in we gonna be in the area. Let's see.
In the M-I, cricket letter I.
Friday we will be in Tennessee. And then Saturday we'll be in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Yeah, that schedule ain't no joke. And
that's Jackson, Tennessee. Jackson, Tennessee, and Biloxi. So it's going down, y'all. So if you're in the area, come on out, man. We
Never in this schedule, man.
We out on the road with that boy Nelly.
That's what that did say underneath that thing.
Dirty.
Hey, shout out saying lunatics, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that boy the Lou, he know how to do his thing, man. Nelly a classy cat.
So we're gonna go and jump into this topic, man. You know, the topic we're gonna talk about this evening is
break it down, G.
And you know, when DJ Uneek get here, he can fall right in. You know, this evening's topic, the main topic is the fall of real men.
Say that one more time, G.
The fall of real men.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And what I'd like to talk about is when I say the fall of real men, I'm talking about, you know, the presence of real men has been missing.
Right.
Been missing for quite some time now.
It has, G.
You know what I'm saying? And, it's actually 4 points like that we should talk about throughout this discussion. 5 points, I mean.
Right.
5 points, one being, you know what I'm saying, number one, the modern day man has forgotten his family obligations as the head of the household. That's one. We're going to talk about that.
I think, yeah, we okay.
Number two, we're going to talk about, you know, the modern day man has neglected his role as husband and functional father.
Okay.
Number three, some of these men, today's men, act, speak, dress like women. Now this one might be controversial, a little touchy for some, but I don't give a damn. We gonna talk about it anyway.
We gotta talk about it, cause
if your feelings get hurt, hey, it is what it is, man.
I represent the peace standing up guys, man. So ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Truth hurts. So we gonna talk about all that. Number four is has no loyalty to anything or anybody whatsoever. These niggas,
man.
Today, them niggas.
That's number four.
Yeah. And number five is thinks that having money and success is the answer to everything and can win every argument.
Right. Fix anything.
Yeah, really.
Which one you want to start with first?
Oh, number one.
I just wanted to sound dramatic with it.
We're going to start with number one. You know what I'm saying? The modern day man has forgotten his family obligations as the head of the household.
Now, you know
what I'm saying?
I actually just weighing in on it real quick. It has become something like that. A lot of aspects that we was talking about in the car before we got here too. A lot of aspects have contributed to that, to the man, you know, neglecting his duties as the husband or the, you know what I'm saying, the person in the household, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
I mean, first and foremost, before we even get too deep into it, like, because you know, we all know that it's the duty of the man to provide for his own family, no matter what.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? In fact, it's a scripture. It just say it in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It says that certainly if anybody does not provide for their own, who provide for those who are his own, and especially for those members who are of his household, then that person has to disown the faith, and worse than a person without faith. So, them pretty strong words.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? The reason, just in case y'all want to know, I do got the good book here, so I will be putting these out on y'all throughout this conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because this to let y'all know I do know what I'm talking about. And because when I talk about topics like this, I like to speak from God's perspective. What he expects, not what man expects, because you know these dudes, they will accept anything.
Right.
As long as you follow their system, they will accept anything.
If man started this, G, I'd follow his game plan, but he ain't start this. So we gonna follow God's game plan, like you said.
Yeah,
Kick
you know what I'm saying?
G.
So I'd rather look at stuff his way because, again, man can't even govern themselves properly. So
nah.
And what God says is what's going to ultimately decide everything anyway.
Period.
We're going to keep it 100 on this one. You know what I'm saying? And it's
actually, not even interrupt G, but it's actually, if people wasn't fell for that lie that they was given by the enemy, they would realize that actually God's plan is a wonderful plan. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with his plan. Sometimes it looks like a do and a don't hurts because you're in a mind state not to accept it. You know what I'm saying? When you in the dark, you want to be dark still. So it's just like that kind of way. But I love his plan.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
that's on the reals, G. I'm not even just saying like that. I love his plan. It's meant for us. It helps us. It ain't nothing that deprives us. But it's been flipped to seem like that. That's the coldest part.
Now, when you look at the modern day family, and you know, in the role that the man is supposed to play, you know, as the sole provider, the enforcer, the strength, the man. Damn it, the man. You know what I'm saying? You can see that this is almost non-existent in today's family. Almost, in a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
why do you think that though, Cray? I mean,
bro, that's what I was about to pose the question. I was about to ask, like, why do you think the man has been so reluctant to fulfill his role?
That's what I was saying earlier. To me, it's a lot of aspects to it. It's a few things to this situation. It's some.
We got the homie Big Still in the building too. Want to join in the conversation?
It's a lot of stuff to it. A lot of things have been shown to not just black men, all men, but a lot of bad scenes have been shown to a man. Yeah. A lot of bad ways to act have been shown, and it seems like it's a good way to be a player and to be this and be. It's a lot of things that society and the media and socialization have shown the man and shaped they headspace. They act like this because there's no excuse for it, but this is the way society has shaped it. And it's forced women to act like in a counter-measurement. And they act like kind of more bitter and men. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of forced it like that. So it kind of makes it kind of hard for a man to even come to be able to relinquish back something and a woman says, I don't want to get that up no more because somebody done took it and made it, you know what I'm saying, exploited it.
Well, I think that's what Cray said earlier. I think that the moment we took the Bible out the house, that this has become is brought on this situation, because right now you got women that took the role on as men, and this kind of started back like in the 60s. If you ever noticed, back in the day, a man and woman to stay together no matter what happened. Like our grandparents didn't separate. They catch grandpa cheating, he go have 1 million babies somewhere else. They stayed down for the better good of the family. Mm-hmm. Then I really think, and I don't want these women to get mad, I think when the women's lib thing came along in the 60s and these women started saying we want to have rights, we want to take care of the household, we can do whatever we want to do, I think it kind of pushed the man out the house.
That is one of the contributing factors. We got jail. We got men that want to go sleep with other men, like he's saying with rule number 4 or 3 or whatever, which way, you know what I'm saying?
We'll get into that.
There's a lot of contributing factors to make a dude get like this and make it. It's evil and concerning is the bottom line. And just like you said, when you do anything other than God's plan and try and do it like that, be prepared for some flaws. Be prepared for not just flaws. Be prepared for the stuff to not work.
Exactly, and you know,
and that's what we living in. We living where it don't work.
Like I said, are your grandparents together? Are they still alive?
Man, my grandparents was not. You know, old school. They're not.
Right. Directly, what it is you have to understand this. We can't even talk about this without talking about the deep things, the real things. You know what I'm saying? Because it all matters. Whether people want to believe it or not, it all matters. And the truth is, the spirit of this world.
Yep.
The spirit of this world is in direct opposition to everything that God says.
Exactly.
Everything he says, I don't care what it is, that's the spirit of the world. Like, good is bad, bad is good.
And that's the way they fixed it and made it.
Bruh, that's how it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, because God tells you himself, if you read the Bible, God tells you himself. Everybody running around here talking, oh, why God doing this and why God tell you himself who's running this world. Mm-hmm. The ruler of this system, he tells you who's running this world, who's influencing this world we living in right now. He tell you that. So with that being said, talking about the father and and the family arrangement that he created, you know
who
there's going to be in opposition of that. So if you look at it, so we talked about this before. Look at the TV shows like on these Disney channels and Nickelodeon. The shows on the channels that's aimed at kids.
Yep.
Look at the TV shows that they have on TV. Most of these shows, the kids are running the entire show. They bossing the parents around.
If there's a parent.
The father is usually a straight up buffoon, don't know what's going on in the house. He's supposed to be the head of the house, but they running game on him, they getting over on him, he running, and the mother is the one kind of keeping the house together, but they getting over on her too, and the kids is running it. And then you got some situations where there are no parents in the house at all.
Right.
And the kids that's watching this while you parents just like sitting your kids in front of the TV, telling them to watch, like trying to get them out your way.
Adapting these.
This is what they're watching. You know what I'm saying? They're being trained to learn how to get over on their parents, to learn how to be independent of their parents.
Yeah.
That's why you got these kids out here thinking crazy, because it's what they seeing on TV. It's the video games you buying them that you think is pacifying them. This shit is turning these dudes and these kids into killers.
What I call this is how you innocently detach your children from their parents. This is how they do that. It's innocently. Right. It's that sneak, subtle kind of attack, because it's like, well, they just watching TV, and like you say, what if they don't monitor what they're watching? They're programmed. These channels are programmed. There's programmed for certain times. That's what everybody. All this stuff. This ain't accident. All this is in concert of evil, man. So like he's saying, there's no way ever to even talk about fixing this with tools that we don't even have. The only tool that got is from the word that he has right now.
Yeah, well, you know.
Period.
You know what the thing is, though, bro. When they start telling us that we couldn't whoop our kids' ass, you remember back like early 80s, mid 80s, or whatever like that, whenever that was, because I remember when I was in middle school, we got swats.
Dude, you supposed to get your ass whooped. The only reason they put that law,
got our ass whooped.
I'm with you on that big steal, because the only way reason someone will put that law up is to subtly try to break up their family. And God's book is our Bible that we read. Yeah, it says, "The spirit of rod, you spoil the child." So America knows that. If they talking about all the stuff, all that stuff, this is founded on God, and in God we trust, and all that. You should have opened up the Bible and read it. Every time they go to court, they got a big Bible, and they want you to put your hand on it and swear on that too. So I'm saying, if you know that and you got the Bible, open up and read it to where it says that.
And then that's the thing. I don't know. I'm a little bit older than. I'm probably about 5 years older than Cray. I'm a little bit older than both of y'all. But I remember when I went to on the west side, they used to whoop our ass. We fuck up in school, we got swats.
Yeah.
Was you around? You got swats.
Oh hell yeah! I didn't like that shit.
And not only did you get a swat in school, but you come home, your mama waiting at the back door with a switch or whatever you been in school.
Then if your uncle happened to come over,
and that was crazy because my mama never allowed us to get swatted, because my mama was like, if you get swatted, then you deserve it. And you shouldn't be acting a fool in school.
I didn't go home and say nothing. I knew I was wrong.
Yeah, but not me either. I took mine and hoped the teacher didn't call and say nothing.
Miss Simier, Centinella, Inglewood, I remember you, lady.
Because I remember at Thomas Jefferson, I got my ass whooped. If I go in school fucking up, I got my ass whooped. You get in a fight, you get your ass whooped. But then usually, if you fucking up, this how it was in Cleveland growing up for me. If you fucking up in Miss Walker's yard, you in front of your yard fucking up, you liable to come out there and get your ass whooped by her. And then she go call your mama, Irene. He out here acting a fool, a plum fool.
Exactly.
You getting your ass whooped when you go home. So the whole neighborhood kind of police each other. Now it's like
every man for themselves.
Hey,
because my son told me when he was 4 years old.
You can't hit your kids now.
He told me 4 years old. Well, my teacher said that y'all not allowed to hit me. I whooped his ass and said, "When you go tell it, I did."
Bro,
hey, if I was an enemy, I would inspire teachers and people to make a rule and don't let them whoop them too.
And like I said, back to what I said earlier, this is why I go by what God says rather than man, because there's a scripture in this good book that says, "Do not spare your son the
That's
rod."
What you just saying, yep. Spare the rod, you spoil the child.
Exactly. So, bro, they have to be punished. They say what they say. That's why God put so much meat on your ass.
Yeah,
to make it soft.
But I'm saying America knows that though. They talking about a God we trust, and they build things supposedly. You go to court like we were saying with the hand. So if you know that, dog, don't take that away from over there. You can't run no family like that. But they know that.
A lot of us, everybody in this room, pretty much self-made. I don't always have my own business since I was like 16 or 15. I always had my own thing going to where I, figured it out, because that's how I was raised. You got a lot of dudes, like I'm pretty sure, Cray, when you first got your check, you had dudes in your family that thought they made it too.
Mm-hmm.
They figure, hey, you go do this for me. That's not a man's way of thinking. A man is supposed to want to take care of his own, and is supposed to take care of his own. You got a lot of dudes right now that what kind of example? I wouldn't look at him as a man either if I was my child. Like, what dudes sit at home all day? My whole thing, you got to earn the right to be able to smoke weed at home. If you're not handling your business, ain't no way you should be at home all day smoking weed and drinking.
Yeah, so
that's why the kids don't respect them. Now, if you the man in your house, and you paying for the bills, you paying for the mortgage, you the one going out there hunting, you should be entitled to come home and do whatever the fuck you want to do, because you're conducting yourself as the man of the house. But your kids shouldn't just see you in the stupor all the time. If you stupor don't work, you just raised another generation of a lazy-ass man, because the average man out here today, they got a wife, she got 5 kids, buying 5 or 6 kids. What the welfare give them, like $250 each for each kid? And they just sitting at home just chilling, playing Xbox all day. Grown ass 30-year-old men playing Xbox. Talking about, I got a homeboy right now, I ain't gonna say his name. This nigga every bit of 35 years old, talk about he a rapper. Yeah. And to stay at home, smoke weed, play Xbox all day, talk about he going to the studio. Now how his kids gonna look at him like that? You know what I mean? That's not no example.
A lot of those things come from our families, a lot of minority families, they've been attacked. So maybe even that dude or other niggas, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we never really have the pops on there on the scene like he's supposed to be. Even I ain't gonna say if he was there we would have listened, because sometimes we don't listen either. I've seen dudes with parents and they go break out and go do both the stupid stuff too. But with more of a pops on the scene, you kind of get shaped to be able to do some of these things. Some dudes are stupid. You go to school with some dudes and some dudes ain't got it all. Some dudes, this way and that. Some dudes kind of sharp and crafty. But for the most part, a lot of people need help. You got a fatherless society like we got. We're the only people who are attacked like that and straight fatherless. All our fathers were sitting in jail, or like I said, they start liking other men, or they was financially oppressed so hard that it's just, on a ruin. So, a lot of affecting things that go inside to make and shape these dudes to be this way. I hate it for the way it's always us that look like this, but it's just what do it.
And that's the thing though, bro. You remember back in the day, man, like in the Wild West days, the dude would leave out on a horse with him and 5 of his other people. They'd go out and hunt the deer. They'd go out and hunt for deer, elk, bear, and come back. And they'd come back later on with the stuff over their stuff, and the woman stayed at home with the kids.
Yep.
You understand what I mean? Nobody is doing that now. Nowadays, the woman is going out, getting the meat, doing the hunting, taking care of the kids, and it's a nigga sitting at home on her couch, smoking weed.
He sure is. He sure is.
Talking about he the man of the house.
The only reason he's doing these things, and it is terrible they doing it, but I'm saying there's some factors. They robbed our parents from this shit. So it's a lot of dudes that's growing up that don't know. A man never told them, hey man, even open up a door for a female. Hey man, you know what? Learn if a female likes to be rubbed like this before you just doing this, or just a nice words to her. These dudes are wolves. And they don't ain't no pops right there. I was almost a product of some things like that. You know what I'm saying? Coming up like that, because you take it to a situation of you dealing with how things is given and how you learning them. And you learn it from people who's just as stupid as you, because they ain't got no pops too. So,
yes. Yeah, so check it out. We got the homie DJ Uneek about to come in a minute. He about to come in. We're going to get some conversation with him right now.
DJ Uneek?
What's up, y'all? We back in the building. We got the homie Uneek in the building with us right now, man. What's going on with you, man?
What's going on?
What's happening with you, man?
What's happening with Keef G?
Man, what's good? Man, good to see you, bro. It's always good to see you, bro.
So high.
Always love. It's always love, man. Yeah. So, what's been going on with you, man?
Oh, man, maintaining, making some things happen. Got a couple of things going on. You know how we do.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir.
Always got to keep something in the cooler, baby.
Hey, man, first time I seen one of them bubble drop top Lexus, man. First I seen with him. Look, no plates on it with rims, too. I'm like, man, cut it out, man. Cut it out. Let me drive it.
Game, huh?
What?
Early, man. Yeah, man. It's good to see y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So, we on this topic, like this here's topic this evening, you know what I'm saying, the fall of real men. And just to bring you up to speed, we trying to cover 5 points of the way real men have fallen. Mm-hmm. So the first one was the modern day man has forgotten family obligations as the head of the household. Yeah. Number 2 is has neglected his role as husband and functional father. 2, some act, speak, and dress like women. Mm. That's a controversial one, but we're going to touch it. We're going to touch it on After Hours, baby. We're going to touch it. Man. You know what I'm saying? Number 4 is has no loyalty to anything or anybody whatsoever. Number 5 is thinks that having money and success is the answer to everything, and they could win all their arguments.
Yeah, man.
So right now we on the first one talking about the modern day man, has forgotten his family obligations as the head of the household. And I basically pointed out the scripture in the Bible earlier. 1 Timothy, where say if anyone does not provide for those who are in his household, then that person might as well that person has disowned the faith. And just saying like how stronger words those were. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be serious for him to want to get that across to us. So so what I was asking, I was like, so what do you think? Why do you think all this is going on, like with the modern day man not wanting to step up into his positions? And
the main thing is, man, not having that foundation of the word.
Everybody say that though.
Yeah, that foundation is everything, man.
People think it ain't strong, but it's strong.
Very strong, man. You know what I'm saying? And like the father, you know what I'm saying, has to be the one to introduce it to his kids.
Got to.
He got to. You know what I'm saying? Go over these things and be that example. You know what I'm saying? Not just, preaching one thing and living a whole nother way. They see Pops living and he getting high and doing all this stuff, and he telling them, stay away from it. And what they say, do as I say, don't do as I do.
Don't do as I do, boy, do what I say.
No. And that's truth right there, because like there's another scripture. There's another scripture that says, fathers, don't be irritating your children. You know what I'm saying? But go on bringing them up in the discipline of God. Now, what that scriptures mean is the same thing you just said. Don't be irritating them. Don't be telling them to do something and trying to force them to enforce something on them, and they sit and saying you ain't doing it. Yeah. Because because I'm grown. Yeah. And because I say so,
that just don't work.
It's not an answer.
No.
That's not an explanation. You got to explain exactly why you can't do. You can't do this because this could happen.
I'd rather tell you. I'd rather tell you, like, look here. Yeah. When you see me doing whatever I did and have my drink of this and that, because I finished doing what I'm doing and I'm not done. I still got things to do, but I'm at a point where this ain't finna make me go do nothing. But my friends ain't gonna come over here and influence me while I'm under this. I'm at a level that's past that. When you finna get drunk and your friends come over, y'all finna go, I don't know what y'all finna go out there and go do. That's right, you know what I'm saying? In the young mind. So I can at least give you that.
Yeah, man. Man, it's a cold time right now, man, because it's like the rapper, you know what I'm saying, is pretty much the preacher and the father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
And people don't understand how powerful the word is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So words is very powerful, man. So that's the thing, man, where I think a lot of artists, tend to kind of like miss that. You know what I'm saying? That how important it is on what they're saying. It carries a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying?
And it's another thing I want people to, the people that's listening, like, just so y'all, I'm not trying to offend nobody. Just know we not talking at y'all, we talking to y'all, because nobody's perfect. I'm talking mainly from a point of experience, because a lot of these things I'm talking about, I went through and did.
Oh yeah,
did some of the same thing. I ain't had no angelic life.
Nah, man, I got to tell the Lord forgive me every day.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like
every day, like, that ain't enough.
So we talking to y'all and just discussing this amongst each other. So maybe we can. So maybe we can. Like just stop it. But because like at some point in your life, I don't care what you thinking now. You probably young, you probably reckless, you run around. I'ma always be I ain't never leaving it. All at some point in your life, if you live that long, At some point when you get older, you gonna sit back and be like, damn, a lot of stuff I shouldn't have did. A lot of stuff I should have listened. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all come to that point to where you sit back and be like, man, I was dumb doing that. I was a young dumbass. You're going to come to that point if you live long enough. Trust me.
That's real.
Trust me. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
For real.
See, that's where your testimony comes from. All the experiences that you go through, you know. So you're able to share that with your children, you know what I'm saying? You know, everything that you done went through. So you see them going down that path, and it's like, oh, that look real familiar. So they gotta, you know, and you gotta really like let your kids know, man. It's like, you know, I'm not new.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been around the block.
Yeah. You know? But and that's why I said, there's another scripture in the Bible that says, listen to your elders, because
that's wisdom.
Gray-headedness means wisdom. Listen to your elders. It don't say listen to your rappers.
But look how long. Look at the attack. So from how long? So imagine this attack didn't just start now. It's so profound that, like right now, crack babies are like 35, 36, 37. Stuff like that. We're dealing with a whole epidemic. There is no way almost to chemically even balance to expect them to be functional. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes ain't been treated. We dealing with, our thing has been tampered with. So when you see the black male, that's why I try to be careful with it. Not like, we can't down it. Right. I'm a black male. I grew up, they told me about Christ. They told me about his Father God. They told me what he did. I was fortunate for that. So I still did my dirt though. But at least I had that foundation. A lot of kids didn't have that foundation to pull them back into something like that.
Bro.
You know
so without even go ahead, y'all.
You know how you said, you know, you was introduced to the church, you know what I'm saying, from your parents. Right? Then you go out into the wilderness and do your thing. Oh yeah. But it says in the word that you will return.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying?
Just you will return. Like you said,
bro. So, bro, that is very, very key, because that's just showing you how understanding God is, though, to our our problems, because He know that even though some of y'all is gonna have this word, you're gonna still go out there and test the waters.
Word, yeah, hey man,
you're gonna still go out there and want to test the waters for yourself, but.
Ain't that something?
But, and I feel sorry for those whose parents didn't lay down that foundation, because they're out there floating, they lost.
And that's the best part with this show this. You had an idea to put this kind of words down.
They have there is no foundation. So like, and when you said that, because one time, you know, my mother and father, you know, they fell, you know what I'm saying? They you know, like, because we was raised strict, you know, they were Jehovah's Witnesses.
That's why they were under attack. They were trying to be strict parents.
Raised strict, but you know, they fell, and you know, like drugs and all that came into play. You know, when that whole epidemic came, you know, they were some of the ones that got ran over by it.
Right.
And you know, like a few years back, my father called me on the phone. He was like, man, you know, son, I just wanted to apologize for you if, you know, ever raised you wrong or I was like, Pop, hold on, wait. You ain't got to say none of that, because the best thing you could have taught me was about God.
Yeah, man.
That's the best knowledge you could have forced upon me, was to give me some kind of insight on what's really going on in the world, so I know how to adapt to it.
Dude,
and that's why I'm so laid back and calm.
I'm not trying to agree with you. I told my parents the same thing.
I'm like, that's the best thing you ever could have gave me. So I'm not mad at nothing at all, because I know how to carry myself, and because you gave me that, because they gave me that, I understood how they could fall.
Yes. Yeah.
So I wasn't mad at my parents. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I see you can have compassion.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what people.
And that's what it's so while we talking about this, bro, that's what's missing, is that like you said, Uneek, that foundation has not been laid, and you can tell.
Yes.
Because there's no remorse, there's no affection. Just like it said,
heartless.
Because when people,
bro, it's raw out there in the world, baby.
That's because you got a bunch of people.
It's cold, Jack. You better put on a sweater and a couple of turtlenecks, because it's raw out there.
You got a bunch of people who have had the worst experience of meeting God. They think that He's mad at you. Just like how the world is when you do something bad, or your parent or your foster people or the jail people, they think He's just do punishing. He's like, man, I got you. I understand. I'm saying turn from that kind of stuff, but he's saying I got you. I got forgiveness for you. But when you feel like you're guilty and ain't no forgiveness, you finna be a reckless type. You talking about Jason and Michael Voorhees or them kind of guys. Michael Myers, Jason.
Yeah, cold.
That's what becomes you when you have no
monster.
Dog, you feel like what I talk to gangsters, man. They feel like, you know what? I done did too much, homie, to go back. I'm that monster. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm that ghoul. I'm that goon. Because no one's told him, hey, it's a dude that he already knew you was gonna do that before this, and he knew you was gonna accept him today.
No. Hey, nothing that you're doing is a surprise to God.
Nothing. Even stuff next week.
Exactly.
Even stuff I say today, hey man, I ain't gonna do that next week. Hey, Keith already know, but I love you.
Bro, and it's crazy, like, because I want to move into, you know, the part of, you know, how a lot of men fail in the role of being a husband. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot that plays in that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, I failed.
Shoot,
I failed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and like, you know what I'm saying?
It happens, man.
It happens, yeah.
But like I say, when we young, in my situation, when you young, you do dumb shit, and I had this whole celebrity life, you know what I'm saying, like the fast life. So yeah, at a young age.
But you tried to do. That's what, you know what I'm saying. I don't know if we even discussed that too. You know what I'm saying? Because it did kind of perplex me that you got married, right? Like, I'm talking about like maybe 3 years, 4 after you really just started hitting corners in this thing.
No, it was like.
Like immediately, damn near, so it's like that, but you try to do the right thing. That's the craziest part. And then the right thing, see, enemy was like, oh, what
right thing got overcome.
You trying to kick knowledge? You trying to get a family and just go into the sunset like this?
No,
and then I'm hitting you with all the success and fame. I mean, he want to take credit for that. Man, you trying to go the right way?
Oh, you gotta have the girls first, man. That's what they say.
Yeah, bro. And you know another thing, like, and it was wrong. It was my thinking was wrong as well, because back then it was like, you know, like back then I was so hip, like I told people, I was so hip to what was going on as far as the fakeness with the industry. So I was so in tune to everything, like, okay, oh, these niggas like me now because I'm rapping now.
Yeah,
these niggas didn't, like, most of you people didn't even speak to me. And bro, that shit offended me greatly. Hey, look, even when the females would try to get at me, I was like, bitch, like, what?
You
okay, come on through. I'm gonna give you everything you're looking for.
You got an agenda.
You know what I'm saying? I had a vengeance, baby. Hey, look, I'm getting revenge on all you
high school. You looking at me.
You know. But that was the young ignorant way, and me thinking that every female was like that. You don't really love me. You know what I'm saying? Doing da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But later on realized, like, you was an asshole.
But the husband thing, though,
for real,
the husband thing to the role of it, though, why he, you know, not even being there real good, the husband's role, why he not, you know, it's a lot of stuff pulling at a man not to be at home, from the music to the movies. Hell, they got a term, like we said before, you know what I'm saying, side chick is something that's adopted in the later last year or something like that. And it's, you know, it's something that people, it's like, okay, cool. You know, so these things, it's a lot of stuff that attributes to that too. But it goes back to a dude's mind state. Yeah. What do I want to have? You know what I'm saying? Do I want to have what I want to have, or do I want to have the images that's being shown to me? And I ain't gonna lie, those images being shown are real shiny, man.
Bro,
come on, huh? Yeah,
bro, you know,
that success is very attractive.
It's very attractive.
With that being said, you know, God don't set arrangements like these for no reason, like the marriage arrangement. You know what I'm saying? The family.
Yes.
Yeah, family.
You know, like the family structure. He didn't set the stuff up for no reason. And if you notice, every time one of his laws or his arrangements is violated, it never turns out for whoever is violating them. Never, bro. If you think about it, it never turns out though. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like for married couples, if you know what I'm saying. If you follow his laws, you'll be happy, or at least you can live to close as happy as possible in this world we live in.
I believe so.
But if you violate them, you're gonna be miserable.
Yeah.
That has been proven time and time again, when say when people cheat, the man or the woman, you know, the other person finds out.
It's fractured.
That's crazy. That devastates. That's heartache. That devastates the person that's being cheated on and the kids. If his kids involved, man. It devastates them. Yeah. So that's something negative. Another thing, unwanted pregnancies, diseases.
A lot of kids without their fathers, man.
You know what I'm saying? So like everything that can happen is negative from that. It ain't like God is telling people to do nothing that's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. Yeah. But everything the world is offering you is dangerous.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it.
But see that narrow path.
But people love it though.
But see that narrow path is hard to follow.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, so that broad path is easy, man. You know what I'm saying? So many people take it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have a lot of wisdom, a lot of understanding and discipline and spiritual maturity, you know, to really follow that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's one it's a scripture it was at Joshua 1:8 where it tells you to, you know, study and meditate day and night, right? And then it says, do according to all that's written within. And you will make your way prosperous and have good success.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The talent will make a way for you.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
When you follow his word, you know what I'm saying? He's telling you will make your way prosperous and have good success. But he's telling you to make sure you do everything according to within that word. See that word is the guideline, the blueprint. He said, just come this way. Remember when it said life and death, you know, and choose life, he kind of give you a hint, choose life, you know what I'm saying, instead of going. So man, you know, man,
and that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody, the majority of the world has detoured away from God's plan. Almost everybody has detoured from his plan, whether they know it or not, whether they believe it or not.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's what happens. I
mean, look at the pattern set.
That's the negativity that happens, bro. Like, bro, it's just so crazy. Like, so like everything, all these arrangements was put here for a purpose. Just like we talked about not too long ago. Like when we talk about, you know, people going against the authorities with the protesting and out there going against the police and the government. I'm like, you could do that all day, bro. God got these people in place. It says that. It says he don't condone what they doing.
No, certain.
But if we had no law, it would be total chaos around this motherfucker.
They'll have to pay for what they paid for.
You know what I'm saying? But
he just said vengeance
that's why he
said
vengeance is mine. I know every last one of them who did something. I know who they killed unjustly. I know all that. I know it's eating away at y'all right now. But see, that's the problem with today. Nobody wants to
have faith to trust in what he's saying.
Listen to what he's saying. It's I know it ain't easy, but it's not impossible, especially if you got him helping you.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'll back that up. Yo, it sure ain't easy sometimes, but I'll tell you this. So now when we start showing you shadow, like pieces of it, I ain't gonna stay that long, let the face. But when he start showing you glimmers of that hope, and you be like, dude, you just showed me that, G. Yeah. From looking. Man, he's incredible with that, and he will show you those things. Not on no.
And another, no, go ahead.
Not on nothing fake or no whatever. This ain't no genie kind of stuff like that. And I ain't saying he talked to me. I didn't hear his voice or none of that kind of stuff. I just know that okay, you just dropped that little breadcrumb for me right there, and I can tell. And that's the kind of things that you need going through this life right there, you know.
Yeah. And he give you examples, man. You like, you know what I'm saying? You'll see brothers out there, man, having it, and then you'll see the outcome. So if you wise enough, you'll say, man, okay, that's how things come out. You know what I'm saying? He always puts something before you to show you, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times you just got to take heed. Bro. You got to take heed, man.
And what's so crazy about it is it's like he laying it right out there for you and showing you, like, if you do it, people who actually do it that way, I haven't met a person that actually does exactly what God is asking them to do, upset, grumpy, disgruntled about it, or do it like it's a burden to them.
I got you.
Not one person. Everybody I know that truly worship God and love God, they do it joyfully,
because that's what we need. And once you start, you gotta hang around him and get his attitude.
Why is it?
That's real what you saying.
Everything the devil offers us we snatch it up right away.
So
and
temporary.
it continues to bring us. What it say? Stab us all over with many pains.
Because
every time we get
better than broccoli.
Because with him, see, with God gives you just what you need, just enough. With the devil, you never satisfied.
The flesh is never satisfied.
You always want more.
You get hooked on something and be like, hey, here we go.
You always want more.
Get crazy too. That pride get built up.
Yeah, bro. Like you always want more. So it's like
more. That's right, man. You can never satisfy the flesh, bro.
Yeah, bro. So it's
you
it's
almost
really
want to. Leatherface, though, I'll say this too. When you read the Lord's word, people out there listen to this. I ain't saying read something and this, something like this. When you do read, you get closer to the Lord. Once you start adapting His ways, you ain't doing it just because I'm doing something good. Now you're like, hey, I like acting like this. It ain't because of if I clean up my room, mom and dad gonna take me to Disneyland this weekend. I start cleaning my room good enough because it pleases them.
Right.
Now I become a whole nother type of being. But without reading, I don't know.
Right.
But you know what, man? It's one of them things. I'm pretty sure we all knew people from the neighborhood that sold dope and everything. I had a family member. I ain't gonna say what it was. But I went over his crib one day and he had trash bags of money in the room. You know, the big long trash bags, just like, and I'm talking about, I don't know how much, it was so much money it scared me, bro. Because I don't have some paper in my life, but it usually go to a bank or wire. I ain't never just had it all in my hand, you know what I mean? I went there and saw so much money that kind of scared me. I said, man. And then it was like, you would think this enough just to stop. Go open up a business, go buy you a McDonald's, go do something. But it's like he was addicted to chasing the money. So just like, so it's almost like a curse. See, the devil will give you something, and it's going to be right now, and it's going to be right there. But it's going to be always a catch to it.
Right, and that's why. And that's why God say money is the root to evil. Money is not evil in itself.
It's the relationship.
He said for the love of money is the root of all evil.
It's the root.
Yeah.
It's what starts it, bro.
Yeah, come on.
Loving it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
your mind at with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah,
but look what he did to Jesus, though. And that's just now that was only recorded, not just Jesus ain't flossing showing my strength, because he's like, this is my Father's strength in me. This is how I get down. No, he don't even claim nothing but the Father. In fact, the words I'm saying, the Father told me to say is what he say.
That's what he said.
They take him up there and try to offer him everything he always offered man. He got the same bags of tricks. That's what he gonna do. He don't really. I don't know all his tricks, but I don't even know if he's had to use them all, because once he offers women, prestige, power, and money to a man, they usually take it. So he was tripping off Christ when he didn't take those things.
You see that?
But he hit him right back with the word every time he spoke to this man.
See now you see that example.
But if we don't know the word, we don't know how to even act like this.
Combat, you know what I'm saying?
The example he set. So we like,
you gotta have that word in your heart.
We don't want it because we said it's too early to go. Remember, our parents take us too early. We're like, when I get old, I ain't going to church no more. And that's why we living like we living now.
So basically, to sum the family situation up is basically, like we said earlier, God don't make these He don't waste his time making these arrangements. Just like I tell people, like if God, if God didn't intend for us to live, if he didn't have a purpose for us, then he wouldn't have wasted his time giving us a brain that we can't even use in our lifetime fully. Man, why do that? Yeah. Why waste his time? He could give us a brain. Like, you know what? They gonna live to be about 50. I'm gonna give them, let their brain work until about then they can go and do. You know what I'm saying? And our brains never stop collecting information ever.
And he got a call for all of us. That's why I said many is called, few are chosen. You know what I'm saying?
And so his range, he don't make these laws and arrangements for nothing. Men. We got to do better.
And it's not to spoil no good time.
Bruh, we got to do better. I know it's a lot out in this world that they're using against us, these weapons of mass distraction.
Yeah, say that again too.
Yeah.
Weapons of mass distractions, I like that.
Weapons of mass distraction.
Dog, we can just go to something simple about how many first dudes of making love encounter was with having a train on a female. You know what I'm saying? These are things that have been imposed on our society. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even, that distorts your whole family, won't even have a family. Our music distorts us. Our music don't condone familyism. Our music says something totally different to a young child. These 15, 14, 13, 12, 10-year-old kids, they're hearing the relationship, like you said earlier, from the pastor and the preacher, which is the MC. So you're hearing how to have a family from these niggas, and they famous and they look jeweled up. So who you gonna listen to?
And then another thing to just to add on to that, you know, like the parents is working hard, not home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the kids come home, cut on the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And getting fed, you feel me?
Videos is feeding them real good.
Men,
we gotta step it up.
We gotta do better.
We do.
We gotta do better, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a male and a man is not the same thing. Just because you're a male don't mean you're a man. You know what I'm saying? So,
amen on that. That's real. Tell them the difference though, G. Not even put you on the spot. Put it on there.
Our decisions has to be way better, way smarter. And you know, because like I said, it's a jungle out there. A lot of distractions, and it's easy to get caught up, man. But you know, the pleasure that you get from doing wrong is like 1 second long.
Man, come on, temporary satisfaction.
That's just like 1 second long. Like,
that's what it is.
And then a whole bunch of guilty thoughts
afterwards.
If you really got a conscience.
I'm talking about guilty thoughts.
A whole hours of guilty feelings like, oh, why did I do it?
I'm talking about in the shower.
Unless you're just a cold-blooded nigga that don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Now I got to deal with the repercussions.
Yeah, definitely. You know
but even with that too, I've just started learning now this. Now see, that's what the enemy's tricks like to do. I like to put you in, he would like to put you in the car, get you on that long ride, then get you to doing that type of stuff, then jump out the car and say, oh, you done did that, and make you feel real guilty and make you feel like you so separated from your God, which, hey, if guys, in this thing of ours, what we do here, believing in the Lord Jesus, believing in his Father God, you got to get up, because the enemy is going to try and make you feel guilty about that thing you may have did after you said I ain't going to do that no more.
You have to
ask for forgiveness, repent.
You have to
get up.
Away from.
You have to drill. You have to set that foundation. You have to drill that foundation into them. And women, before we move on to the next point, women, you know, there's no wrong being independent. You know what I'm saying? We know y'all fed up with a lot of stuff that men do to y'all, and you know, but you have to remember, like, you got to rely on God and trust what He say. He gonna eventually make it better for you, just like He gonna make it better for everybody else. And you have to remember that, hey man, y'all the ones did this, man. If you wouldn't have ate that damn apple, we wouldn't be going through this. Read what it say. Read what it say. You're gonna crave your husband. He's gonna dominate you. That's why it's going, and it's not going to change until he changes it. You can hoop and holler, start the woman empowerment. I'm talking. Y'all can get mad at me if you want to. I'm telling y'all what God told me.
That's real.
I'm going by what He say. I don't care what men is telling y'all or what y'all telling each other. What's real is what He say. At the end of the day, that's how it's gonna go down.
That's why the house is.
Watch and see if I'm lying.
That's something though. He
ain't lying though.
For real.
It's saying God is truth and every man a liar, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you know what the biggest thing I see now is, man, with these girls, man. You look at it like this, and some of y'all might be mad, but the truth is the truth, and sometimes they say ain't no come from the truth. You got these women out here licking on each other, and they going to go buy toys that could supposedly serve the same purpose as us. And so you figure it's almost like the government don't made it a way. You know, a woman gets more money off the welfare if a man ain't in the house with her. So she almost pretty much better off, because according to the government, if you don't have a man in the house with you, I'm gonna give you a couple $100 more a month for each of them babies you got. So she telling this nigga, well, you can't be in here. Even the public housing, the Section 8, you can't be in there with
you. Can't be in there.
You can't be in there.
They can't give you no gifts. Can't give her no toaster.
You gonna get kicked out. So they pretty much telling her, well, you don't need him. You don't need him. We gonna give you some more money, and we gonna help you take care of that baby. And you don't need him to fulfill you sexually, because your homegirl Latoya will come down and lick you down. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy like that now.
Economic ways to destroy a family.
Deep, you know what I mean? So you telling it, you know, economically the man ain't no good to you. He can't, you know, he can't service you in that way, so he's basically good for nothing. In the eyes of that, and guess what? That little boy in the house that sees that, he gonna more than likely turn out to be a little twisted himself.
Confused.
Yep, a pimp, a little sissy, or whatever it is.
Oh yeah,
something that God ain't have for the little lad to grow up to be, because of what this system be, man.
So
that's cold right there.
So brother, speaking on what you just said, still that brings us perfectly on to the next point. Is, you know, You know, now it ain't no secret. You know, the next one is number 3 is
number 3.
How some of these men act, speak, and dress like women. So, like I said earlier, this is touchy to some people, you know what I'm saying? And for the life of me, I don't understand why so many people out here that's supposed to be real niggas is just like overlooking it. Well, not real niggas, real men is overlooking it like, oh.
No one wants to, a lot of these people don't want to be that dude that gets, when you tell, like you said, when you tell these people this truth, they'll end up reversing and making it look like you're the bad guy for saying these kinds of things.
No, one thing I want to lay out here before we start talking on the subject. One thing I would like to lay out here, so everybody listening.
Disclaimer:
we ain't bashing nobody. We not judging nobody. Again, I'm speaking from God's perspective. I didn't write these laws. I didn't make them up. I was told to follow them, and that's what I plan to do. So. You can have your view, but don't knock us for still remaining firm on our view when, you know what I'm saying, if it's freedom of speech. Like, that's the only thing I don't like. It's just like, okay, now it's like offensive and our view is so wrong and how dare you say that when... So you're saying God is wrong?
Yes.
Because, no. Yeah. You're saying God is wrong.
Yeah.
You saying that God made a mistake. Let me know now. Did he make a mistake or not? Because he don't make mistakes.
He sure don't. But that's what the world is saying.
Yeah, so
they're trying to teach us that.
So like don't come at me because I'm following orders. Now you can do what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to me condoning what you do or riding with you or you know, associating with that kind of lifestyle, that's something that orders were given that people who are trying to follow God, at least trying, should not be involved with. Right. So that's what we speak. And so
even though that's a spirit, like my man's saying, he ain't alone in this thing. I'm telling you, only reason we saying is because we care. We don't want we ain't have somebody send no money in. We ain't sold you no book or none of that, no videotape, nothing like that. We telling you what the Lord's words say. My man is popular and famous, so we could be sitting up here telling you about a bunch of bullshit, actually. And forgive me for even saying that while we saying this too, but we could be sitting up here just having fun and just make every show about turning up and playing music. My man purposely did this show like this for these ways so we could try to give you a couple of things that the Lord put on our mind, bro. So we may not even know what we said. We may be hearing some of these things for the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know, and that's good, man. You promoting the word instead of promoting some kind of product.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause
man, because like
music business where
man, because I say like, man, like, bro, we talk about everything, address everything. We talk about sports. We talk about relationships. We talk about everything, bro. We done talked about everything on this show, and we'll continue to do so if it has something to do with the world. You know what I'm saying? And this is very important, like, because like to me it's just like people don't understand that if they would just take the time out to see what it actually say and quit listening to people. Half the people that sit up and say, the Bible was written by men, the
man wrote it.
The Bible contradicts itself. Yeah. Half of them people have never even looked at the Bible.
They lost pages.
They take it, they listen to what other people have said. Oh, how you know? Have you looked at name me one scripture from the Bible. They can't tell you nothing.
But talking about lost pages. Niggas tell me it's lost pages all the time. Niggas ain't read the pages, it's there though.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Lost pages is nothing. Lost pages, lost pages, nothing. We were given exactly what we need to equip us to make it out of this funk we in right now.
That's how our God is.
Man, that's what I'm saying.
He's we were given and precise. He doesn't leave nothing out.
So with all this being said, with this, with the how we're seeing men today,
the cross-dress thing,
moving more towards the feminine, you know, with the clothes they wear these days, and we gonna keep it 100. It's been a fly on the wall for a long time. Like I said, I just don't know why people just walking on about their day. Don't see the nigga in the blouse. Hey, did that nigga have on the blouse?
That nigga had on a blouse.
Okay, what you know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it 100, bro. But like, even you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's, think about like where is that coming from? To where people not like I want to say comfortable like in their own skin like how God made them. You know what I'm saying? They feel like
economics will make you be quiet. You know, people will deal with something like that rather than dealing with hunger pains and dealing with the embarrassment of driving a RAV4. You know what I'm saying? And they will go along with certain things.
Like us, bro. Okay, like I had a conversation with a person and they were saying, you know, it's wrong when people discriminate against homosexuals, which it is. You shouldn't discriminate. You shouldn't discriminate against anybody, no matter what they think is, because like we always say, you are not the judge. God knows their heart.
Yeah.
Get off his throne.
God
exactly.
Listen, God knows their heart. We can't judge you. That's why.
That's right.
If I come across a person that's gay or lesbian or whatever, I'm cool. Hey, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? You know what I'm saying?
All of that.
Yeah, passing traffic is cool. Yeah. We in the business where we work with a lot of people, like, you know what I'm saying, like they happen to be homosexual. So we pass through. Yeah. What's happening? But it ain't, you know what I'm saying, like, that's not me condoning their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You can have casual, you know what I'm saying, like,
be cordial with them. Mm-hmm.
Because I don't judge them. Some of them people nice as hell.
Yeah, they people still.
Yeah.
They're still people, huh?
Yeah, they still nice as hell, but I was having a conversation, so I was letting that be known. She was like, yeah, because it's just like, you know, when black people were being discriminated against and da-da-da. And I just had to politely correct her a little bit. I'm like, no, it's a little different because God didn't make any laws against anybody being black.
Word.
However, there is a law against homosexuality.
Mm-hmm.
So that cannot really be compared to that.
And that's some things they don't know.
And he called it unnatural.
Sure did.
If you look up the word unnatural and look at the meaning of it.
You going against your natural?
Yeah. Talking about hens and chickens.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm following my leader.
Yeah.
You sticking to the word all the way.
It's been distorted.
And you know, we can play with this world as much as we want to until it's time to get to jeopardizing what you know ain't right, your integrity. Because the integrity is something you got when ain't nobody around.
I like that too. And you gotta have that.
When you by yourself.
I'm still practicing all my integrity.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Like not to take a cookie from the cookie jar or dollar out my wife's purse when she ain't looking. I'm still practicing on that, but I love integrity because you need that. That shapes a man. And the closer the closer you become to God, for real, and the teachings of Christ Jesus, ain't no other way that you want to police yourself. And that's why I wish everybody would even look at it. Don't look at it like the dude want to make you stop doing this and stop doing that. No. Certain things just gonna start shaving off your life, and then we can return back home and become some of those parents and stuff like that. Or the young kids we may not see it, but if we start doing that stuff now and then we teach young people, maybe those dudes are young up and open up a car door or want to have a family and not want to be a player no more. We done, hell, y'all, we done been a player forever now. Shit. We even have movies about it in the 90s so much that shaped my society about this. I don't know about nobody else in this room. But it shaped me on a mission to be like, I'm going to the club. I don't know, a wife, a girl. What are you talking about, a girlfriend? I wasn't even in no mood for no girlfriend because everything had me shaped towards nothing about no household.
And again,
nothing.
And again, you know, this issue is it's just crazy, man. You know, but like I said, it need to be spoken on. And man,
do you think that's an attack though? I definitely think it's an attack on black males, not just all males, because it's different. Black males ain't the only ones who have failed to homosexuality.
Bro, listen, but bro, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Talk to me.
See, this is the mistake everybody makes when they try to section themselves off as race. God ain't looking at no race, bro. He looking at the man and the woman, and what y'all have done as women and men, not as a black man, not as a white man. What you have done as a man, period.
Definitely not.
He ain't on that. That's man thinking, bro. That's all man.
What I'm saying on that. Let me be specific. What I'm saying on that kind of thing, because when you attack some people, that's just like, okay, white people is what I'll say it like this. There are homosexuals like that, but they've had a family orientation where if they chose to do that, that was just something they chose to do on their society. I'm almost through, Big Steel. I'm gonna kick it real quick. ours have been tampered with so much. To add something like that to our situation is all I'm saying. Brought our generation and family down so much. Yeah, they were exposed to everything we was, but we never had no success before. You're talking about the people trying to start, and your fingers kept getting stomped on and stuff like that.
But white people didn't start homosexuality.
Nah, of course not.
That shit started way back with people, with the Egyptians and with the Assyrians and the Persians. All that they was doing it way back then.
I'm never saying nothing like that.
It's just, bruh. No. But what I'm saying is, you're absolutely right. It's starting to affect our generation because we never used to see it. But the thing is, it's been there.
Yeah,
we just never used to see it.
We just talk about Uncle Willie.
Black people just kept their shit in the closet for an awful long time.
That's his friend.
He was running around the cover for a very long time.
See, I don't even know, man, that this is even a homosexuality issue. Because I've seen gay people when they mind their own business and they keep to themselves, they're not out there trying to force their lifestyle on somebody. I think this is about people having reprobate minds. About people being so far removed from God.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck a dog in the ass.
No,
that's anything that they just gonna do.
That's very true.
I don't think it got nothing to do with a person being a gay person. Because I've seen gay people. I don't work with gay people, and they ain't never tried to come at me. They don't been respectful.
It's
my wife too. And so it ain't about them. It's about I even place these people outside of the realm of being gay because they don't know what the hell they is. They go sleep with a man.
Now the reprobate mind
and go sleep with a woman.
I got you.
And they sleep with a dog. They just go do anything they can because they just out of their mind. They feel like, you know what? I got so much paper. I got so much of this, and I got so much. I could change this dude's life. Let's speak on it. How many of these dudes out here got their deals because they ain't went in there and just decided to just, hey, you come on here with me, I'm gonna change your life. And then they hear they're gay. Because my thing is like this: if you go be gay, be gay. That's your partner, whatever you want to call him. Go do that, but don't go out here and just be sticking Johnny up his ass and then trying to holler at my daughter.
But even with over that though, I don't. It ain't that I don't want nobody to be what they want to be, but want to at least give you the pathway to be like, hey, that ain't the way our father had us to be. They lied. All I'm trying to tell our brothers who sleeping with dudes, are thieves who's stealing still, all the stuff I do still, hey, man, our father is going to forgive us for that, man, if we try to turn from them wicked ways, all I'm saying. Don't make wrong right, bro. Don't try and tell me you gay and want to have rights for it. If you have a physical feeling you want to do, and you can't fight it, at least tell me, Father God, I'm trying to fight this feeling. Because I got to tell him every day for something that I got to fight. Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's in my life. I'm not just trying to say make right wrong, and this is what seems like what they trying to do. And that's when you're going against God doing that. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, you know what though, man? It's like I said, bro, because I do know one thing. I know God is love, so I don't hate nobody. And like the truth is the truth. The Bible is like this, God. You got to answer for one thing about it. Everybody in this room gonna have to answer for everything that they did in this life. There's gonna come a time you gonna have to answer, and you gonna be accountable for it. Yeah, I don't know what God's thing is gonna be to them people, because according to the Bible, it's gonna be a whole bunch of people that preach to us every Sunday that might have saved a lot of souls. Gonna be the first ones through in the lake of fire.
There's a lot of people say this in my name.
I know we getting deep up in here this evening, but one thing I want to say, man, because to people that be saying that the Bible contradicts itself, or the Bible is man written, or the white man wrote the Bible, and all this crazy stuff that I've heard. For one, when I hear people say this, for one, you're giving, if you truly believe that God, because a lot of people that don't believe that God wrote the Bible still believe in God. They just don't believe that he actually wrote the Bible. Yeah. So if you truly believe in God, then you have to know that he's way more powerful than man.
Man can't even.
He's way more powerful than man. And if he's telling y'all that he is going to preserve his word for those who truly seek out for him, he's going to make sure that they're ready for you when you choose to wake up and find it. He's going to make sure it's there.
Always.
You know what I'm saying?
He said, you knock on the door, I'm going to answer the door. There is no way. That's one thing. See, man, that's what I'm glad to see. If man is God, they're not going to let the sun shine on me. People make those kind of songs.
Let me finish. You're giving, you're you're saying that man is more powerful than God, that they can actually walk in there and check. Believe me, they've tried. The Bible is the most persecuted book that has ever been on earth. They've tried to get rid of this book so many times, but have they?
It ain't going nowhere.
Well, but have in our hearts. That's what he say. Do hide it in your bosom.
It's still here. And for those that be saying that man or the white man wrote the Bible to keep us in check, this is what I got to say to y'all.
Yeah.
This is what I got to say to y'all. If they were trying to keep us in check, you do know at the end of their story, they lose and they die.
Damn.
So you think they're going to tell us that they actually lose so we ride on their team? When we know they lose? No.
Yeah. They ain't read past Revelation.
They would be contradicting their whole movement.
Yeah.
Open your mind, man.
What you say?
Don't believe everything people reach out and search for it for yourself. If you sincerely go to God and ask him, you're looking for the truth, he will supply it.
He give it to you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's why, it's good to, like, when it says study and meditate on that word, because it does
had to get this show off.
Yeah.
Had to get this show off.
And
we got to do it again.
I'm glad.
Go ahead.
And it does transform your mind. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of your mind. You know what I'm saying? It renews it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that word, man, is life. You know what I'm saying? So we have to stay in it, man, because that wisdom will drop down on you, man. And the way that you used to be thinking, you look back at it and say, I can't believe I did that.
If I don't have a mind of Christ Jesus, I'm going to be outside doing all kind of wilder things than I do. I'm going to be doing some things that with no conscience and all.
Bro, I'm telling you.
No conscience.
If I didn't have this conscience that I had, Krayzie Bone would be an insane bone.
Yeah, you'd have been. Yeah,
bro. I'm telling you, like, if I knew that I really had nothing to, like,
okay, come on with that.
Nothing to look forward to.
See,
didn't have a real future beyond what we living right. If I knew that, bro, then I would be a monster.
And that's what
a madman.
See, the word speak on that because it says, without vision.
Exactly.
People perish, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Now, let's see this.
That's call right there.
Now, who's the only one?
You got to have a vision for your life.
Now, who's the only one that what you just say? If you didn't know you had a vision, or if you didn't know you had a future for something, you'd be a monster.
Yeah.
Who's the only one that doesn't know, that knows they don't have a future? And they want everybody to be a monster.
And he's a monster.
Just
the
like
devil.
Him.
Because look, this is what I tell people. Bro, he one of the coldest beings or spirit creatures that has ever existed, because this dude knows. He knows. This is why I tell you that these world rulers, they know their demise.
Yeah.
They know what's going to happen to them.
Yeah, some of them have
they done read the Bible. They chose their side. They had to. They into some deep stuff.
Yeah, they chose their side, bro. Some of them chose their side.
They read the Bible and then they went and created the 48 Laws of Power, a book in direct opposition to the Bible.
Yeah, and stole stuff and try and put it in there,
bro. No. You know what I'm saying? They didn't steal. They went everything the Bible said do. This book said don't do it. No lie.
Contrary to the word,
bruh. No lie. Just like you said, he's a monster. Yeah. This dude know he doesn't win. Yeah. He knows that, but he don't even look up and, oh man, you know what? Hey God, I done messed up, man. I'm sorry. Yeah. You was right.
Arrogance.
Arrogance. He like, no, I'm going and I'm taking whoever I can with me. Yeah. And that's all y'all who
that's
think
why a lot of people have
the man wrote the Bible.
They got their same, that's why they got the same spirit, the spirit of their father.
Let me take that back. I'm not going to say that because
it was inspired.
A lot of people, I'm not going to say that because a lot of people have truly and sincerely been misled.
Yeah.
By man.
Dog, that's what false prophets and false teaching, of course.
Shepherd just tossed about, led astray, you know what I'm saying? And they've been falsely taught. So God, that's why I say again, it's a good thing God judges from the heart.
The Lord say something like this.
If he didn't,
it's something like he said, if I don't come back, the very elect will not even be able to stand. It's something like that. So it's not even nothing that we have with our own mind state that keeps us. If he don't cover us with this thing that he gave to us, I don't know why he did, and I'm thanking for it. But brothers and sisters out there, niggas, dogs, cats, everybody, please take some time from that money. Take some time from whatever it is they trained us to do. Let's go back to what our grandmas with them aprons told us to do. Remember your grandma with them aprons, y'all, and she had that thimble on her thing because she's sewing all day. Remember what she told us? She's sitting there humming and she's talking to God. Nigga, I don't know what she's saying. Let's go back to that kind of thing. Wake up, take your children to church. We take them to everywhere else.
Now covering, moving to the next point, because I think
I went kind of hard.
We went to town on that one. Hey man, but it was real. But it's real. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you don't like us, man, it is what. If you don't like us, then you don't like.
You already sold some records. It's all good.
You know, one thing, though, crazy. The thing that you touched on leadership. All of our past presidents, they don't been caught. You know, like this dude right here, he got the porno chick. She's trying to come up with, trying to drop a dime on him. You know, Barack Obama, he didn't have nobody, but you had Clinton, he getting head. That's against God's law. When God puts people in a position of power. Like if you listen to Timothy 3, verse 1 through 5, the saying is trustworthy. If anyone aspires to the office of overseer, he desires a noble task. Therefore, an overseer must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, sober-minded, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not a drunkard, not violent, but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. He must manage his own household well, with all dignity, keeping his children submissive. For if someone does not know how to manage his own household, how will he care for God's church?
That excludes Capitol Hill.
See, that's so real because that's one of the things that you got to have in order before you really step up and take over a church.
Yeah, that was actually, and that's for a deacon. That is actually permitted towards for a deacon.
You can't have your household in shambles and trying to be overseeing the people in the people in the congregation,
Word. And that actually, those words are for a deacon.
You can't leave the sheep, huh? Without your house in order.
That's why. That's why that's saying you got to practice what you preach, and that's what you preach. And that's a lesson everybody need to study extra hard.
And then when you preaching, don't preach yourself into a box. When I'm sharing somebody about the Lord, I'm not sharing it them like I ain't never did nothing. Like how we talking to tonight. You know what I'm saying? We can't. If you come to people like that, that's when you get yourself into a box, act like you ain't did nothing, and then you start like, oh, you did it. Nah, man, we gotta get back up and fall down, G.
And see that stuff come back in your face though, because it goes back to when you was talking about not provoking your children. You know what I'm saying? Then that integrity I was talking about. See, your kids living with you. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You getting on them and you talking this certain way. And they like, well, Pop's got the 8-ball later on after he finished.
You provoked your children into wrath.
You got me, though. Yeah, you feel me? So you got to really be about it. You know what I'm saying? You got to really be about that word, man, and walk that narrow path. You know what I'm saying? And so the word really helps us, man. You know what I'm saying? With getting that mind state, getting that discipline we need so we can stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep the word. It's got to be a daily, like I said, what it said, man, what it said, can't survive off of bread alone.
Sure can.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That word.
But it's not overnight. When you see somebody like, so say Krayzie we all say this stuff today, and you see us caught up on something later on today. That don't mean you're supposed to disqualify all of the things what dudes say. I'm trying to say that this world right now, you never know what thing you're going to happen into.
Yeah, look, bro, you are absolutely right. You should never let with somebody you need to everybody is responsible to go out and search God and get that relationship with Him on their own. Can't nobody. I can pray for y'all. Ain't nothing
like you going to get it on your own
for everybody, but you got to pray for yourself.
You know
and don't let my bad findings out deter you from messing with somebody that's better than me.
Right, because
I fail as trying to represent Him. Hell, if I was trying, damn, give me a point if I was trying. I may have fell back into something. You know what I'm saying?
Because we all on a mission to get better.
Right? When they threw that prostitute in front of Jesus, they expected him. They brought her purposely so they could have a good time and a party to see what kind of catastrophic situation He was going to put her in and make her feel even worse and feel like even more shit. But forgive me that word, but what happened?
That's real. Everybody, like I said, everybody is working on getting better.
Yes.
Nobody in this world is perfect, like we say. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, we talking to you, not at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you know.
And it's a blessing to even have the desire to want to be better.
Right. If I rewind my life.
Come on, man.
There's a certain section in there you don't want to see.
Yeah, I don't
needs to be censored.
We all got them chapters.
We all got that.
Need to be censored. Hey, wait a minute. How did that get out? Wait a minute. I'm suing somebody right now.
Don't play that.
Wait a minute. No, but
we all got a history, huh?
Yeah, but to move on to the next thing real quick, you know what I'm saying? Loyalty. This whole loyalty thing, you know what I'm saying? But just to break it down real quick, another reason why y'all need to brush up on your scriptures, because all this is explained, man. Mm-hmm. It explains why people it's not going to be loyal, and why it's going to be hard to get a group of people together if you're not joined by God. That's just bottom line, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro.
On one accord.
I know two sets of people.
Equally yoked.
I know two sets of people.
Gotta be. Harmony.
I know two sets of people. People in my congregation and some of the people I hang with. Mm-hmm. Totally night and day. Totally. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, it's like
the light of the world on the salt of the earth.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like man, and you gotta understand, like that whole that's another spirit of the world that's not going to change.
What is that?
The unloyal.
The unloyal.
People being unloyal. That's another spirit that's not going to change, because you have to think about it. Who's the father? This dude. The devil rebelled from a perfect place in heaven. He rebelled. He started off. He started a lie. He started rebellion. He started everything. Yeah. So that's why people do it. He wanted to be the man. Why you think every time somebody starts something, a gang,
anything,
a mafia, a rap group, somebody in the group want to be the man.
It's a spirit.
Want to be bigger than everybody else.
It's a spirit, huh?
It is.
It's the spirit of this world, bro.
So
it's out there. We're all susceptible to it.
Yeah.
It's the spirit of the world. For real.
Yeah.
And it's a very strong one, bro.
And see, that's why I like when it tells you to be humble and let God exalt you.
Now, when you do that,
we try to push our own, you know what I'm saying, exalt ourselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now that's when you done messed up.
When God do it, or you let other people tell you good, that's why you have some niggas, man, didn't I do good tonight? Or some niggas, people come up to, hey, you did good. Some dudes take it so humbly.
Yeah, humbly.
Hey, that dude, when you take it like that, that means a crowd, the roar of the crowd doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
If they clap, you cool. Yeah. If they don't clap, hell, I'm still walk off here like a man. Ain't nobody took nothing from me.
And like a lot of miracles, when you look in the Bible as far as what Jesus, had done, he tell them don't say nothing to nobody.
A whole lot of them he told them don't say nothing.
He said he was so low key with it. He didn't want you to say nothing.
It ain't time yet. Don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he didn't want to toot his own horn. But then the other thing is how people will perceive that, and then they start hating on you. Because you're doing something for a greater cause.
Yeah.
So you can't really win. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to dealing with people.
With people.
About that loyalty thing, boy.
But that's why pleasing God, another thing to learn, I'll be quiet with this, pleasing God is the best way to go. I've learned to try to start doing that. And then you can't never go wrong. Please him first.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, keep him first. Seek ye first the kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? And then to move to the
what was your other point?
The last point. Okay, this is a good one too.
Don't.
Think having money and success is the answer to everything and can win every argument. For real. Don't people know that when you die you can't take that with you?
Money is the key to end all your woes.
Ups and down, your lows.
Yeah, bro. Like, Jay-Z said it himself in his interview. He was like, money is not money is not the key to happiness, man. It's really not, bro. Like,
and you should listen to a brother like that.
It's like the far. It's the far thing from it.
Test that.
Now, don't get me wrong. It is lovely. It is lovely when you have no worries about your bills. You know what I'm saying?
It says money answers all matters. And then cliche talk about money answers all matters.
it's really satisfying when you're living comfortably with the necessities in life.
What?
It is.
That's how you want peace. You want this way with peace of mind.
And then recognize how crazy it start getting once you start going after stuff you want.
I'm gonna tell you, man. It was a time, and me and my wife talk about this all the time. And I'm pretty sure you don't had these moments before. I remember it was a period over about 8-9 months. I ran through about $740,000. Just ran through it. Every whip you can drive, every place you can go, I went and did it, and felt good doing it. You know, because that's a self-esteem thing. When your self-esteem ain't right, and you go buy that car, you put them rims, and you ride, and you pulling up on them, and you smelling good, you looking good. Got one of them big old ignorant chains that I can't even find no more. Big steel thing on my chest. You know what I mean? Gold all in my mouth, looking crazy.
And everybody looking at you too.
Yeah, everybody looking at you, thinking you looking at like you just spotting on people. I'm gonna tell you something. My marriage was in the worst shambles it ever was, and I didn't even know it was falling apart. I just thought I was the man. I thought because I scrape her off, you go a couple $1,000. I'm gonna tell you, when I found peace, when God stripped you down and humble you, there ain't nothing like that. I was working for a major publishing company. I'm doing deals. I'm getting this on the side. I'm getting that on the side. I got all kind of money. And when they call you and say you fired because you think you bigger than them, and at some point you talking to them like, man, I'll be in there when I get there. And they tell you, well, you know what? You don't even got to worry about coming. And you go to the building and try to slide your car. The door, that motherfucker don't work no more. And you get humbled. And you go back to that same woman that done been with you the whole time. So that money making you happy. No, you know what? I'm with you, Craig. I think just being able to pay your bills, and being able to be with your family and get, basics.
Trust me, yo. I went to the T-Mart yesterday, like I told him. $50 goes a long way, man. I got a hat, shoes, and a shirt, and I feel like $1 million today, bro. I'm telling you on everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
necessities.
Man. Yeah, it is.
I agree with you, still.
That's it. That's it. Right
and it's like these. It's like a lot of people, dudes that they don't want to work. Everybody want it fast, bro. Everybody want it overnight.
Yeah.
Bro.
Microwave generation.
When I be dealing with artists, the microwave, When I be dealing with artists, they be like coming at me like they been signed to my label for years. They're supposed to been out. I'm like, nigga, this is only the second conversation we done had. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
When the world tour, nigga.
I'm like,
I don't got no patience.
Like they supposed to have it though.
Well, you know what they think,
and then you know that they go so hard. I'm like, okay, well then send me some music. Shit is terrible. I'm like, wow. Who told you this? Who told you to even talk to me?
You know what they think, Craig? You know what they think? You know what they think? They think that the money you want to...
They set you up.
They think that the money you go out and make is you supposed to give them some money just for being signed, just for them being signed to you.
That's what they thinking, man.
This is the only business that you hire somebody and they think they supposed to get paid before they do any work.
Yeah,
that's terrible shit there.
Bro. It's crazy. They be looking like, bro, but again, they be looking at the videos on TV.
Yeah. All in the video.
It's a cold thing because like
Billy.
Hey, you know what? It's like like whatever hustle they had going on before, how they was making their way.
It quit.
And when they get with you, it just seems like they just can't do it no more.
Yeah.
That's why I never had no hustle when I had no hustle or nothing. It was just rap shit, so I didn't feel guilty.
Look at it, keeps doing this.
I just needed $5. But I was loyal to them. I was loyal to G. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, show up, man. Come on, man.
For real, G.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, man. No, because I be hearing, like I hear like cats talk all the time. They be like, you know what I'm saying? The way they try to win an argument, like, well, I got money, you ain't got shit. I'm like, dog. I'm like,
Big Bank take Little Bank. That's it derived off that. Did we have that game?
Big Bang take Little Bank.
That shit starts with that. That's crazy.
Low self-esteem. It go back to esteem issues again.
Yeah.
So money be like, that's the thing they pull out quick.
Because man, think about if you think about it, think about the reason. Like, okay, think about the reason. All right. It's a couple reasons we want money. But then, okay, so once we satisfy those reasons and those necessities, everything else, everything else is extra. So like, niggas want niggas want the cars. Why do you want the cars? Everything resorts back to female. Everything resorts back to the female. Word. You want a car to show off for the show off for the female. You want the nice clothes to show off for the female.
That's a cold.
You want the jewelry to show off for the female. Niggas doing it strictly for the females.
I mean, I
that's what you drinking. Because we can drink Thunderbird. We don't gotta drink no. Dude, gotta drink no cognac. Man, a man don't want to pay that much money. You know, men's cheaps without a woman around.
Do the same thing to you.
That's real.
Man, it's cats taking penitentiary chances.
Exactly.
All that
for the female. And
then go buy something nice for the female.
Yeah.
All that for that. That's a cold piece, boy. That's a lot of power.
But look, but you know what? I could see if even all that was grafted around making a family eventually, but none of that is even grafted around making no family. It's just around getting the baddest bitch that night and then going to the next town and getting the next baddest one.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's what it turned into.
Real talk.
Yeah. I was doing the last thing you did, huh?
I don't know too many people that's got a family that's married with no, you know what I'm saying? I'm married. Me and my wife saw the last one sticking in here. I don't know what's going on. And I don't even know. I don't got no married couple we kick it with. No bunch except for Leatherface. You know what I'm saying? And Position just got married. Shouts out to you. You know what I'm saying? Still, you married, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm married, man. I've been married.
I know you've been married, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing with your family. But it's just certain, we old as hell. I'm talking about some new niggas.
But check this out, though. I've been married.
It's good to start young, man.
I've been with my wife, man, since I was 19 years old. And I met her out here when I first came to California from Cleveland. You know, Mexican girl. We ain't had no them in Cleveland. I didn't know what those was. I just thought she was a light-skinned black girl, you know. Got to talking to her. But the biggest thing about her is that she respected herself, though. She would never come up to my crib. You know, she was just kind of like, just real shy and stuff. And that's what made me love her. She wouldn't let me, you know what I mean? You'd be thinking, I'm trying to get her up. You know, the first thing I'm trying to do, man, I'm going to get her up to the you know what I mean? But she would never come. And I noticed she went to church every Wednesday, every Friday, every Sunday. I said, that's the woman I want to have my kids.
Listen, young girls.
That's the woman. And please believe.
Because we are paying attention.
Please believe, I got a scholarship from Long Beach City to go play football at New Mexico State University. And she called me one day and said, I want to come out there with you. And I said, come on. So after that, we wound up, our oldest son. She wound up getting pregnant with our oldest son, right?
Everybody wasted no time.
And so I remember we headed down from Las Cruces, New Mexico to El Paso with my homeboy's two-seater. She was sitting in my lap. And we went and got married. Didn't have no big fancy wedding and spend a whole bunch of money. We've been together since then, through the ups and downs, through the thick and thin. She's been by my side. And that's why I'm always loyal to her, because she was with me when I wasn't shit, didn't have shit. You know what I mean? So I always
that means something.
You always just stay down with her. You know what I mean? And that's why I tell my most of these young cats when they talk about they in love, I say you don't know what love is. You infatuated. You know what I mean? Go through some things. That's when you go see if you in love or something. That person can stick with you.
So you in love.
Thick and thin.
It's rare to find. Yeah, lust. Lust is what most of us are in.
Yeah. So it's important to have that friendship in place. When, you know what I'm saying, with whoever you with. Friendship, you know what I'm saying, to get you through them tough times.
You heard it from a man right here. It can be done. It can be done. Just rearrange our mind.
Hey man,
your mind, huh?
Well, man, thank y'all brothers for sliding through and joining us on this conversation, man.
I appreciate you inviting me down, brother.
Yes, indeed. I always need to have conversations like this, man. Like, that's why I think people are going to really love this podcast, because, you know, we talk the unusual.
Talk the unusual.
Stuff people scared to talk about. Yeah, real talk, man. Real talk. But, yeah, man. So, yes, indeed, man. Like I said, thank y'all. Y'all can make sure y'all check us out the next episode too.
Oh yeah, man, we right here every Thursday.
Deeper. You know, it keeps getting deeper. Huh?
I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is, but hopefully, if everything goes through, it's gonna be something real, real nice.
Oh no, it's gonna be deep because see, my brother's led by the Spirit.
Oh yeah, man. I'm glad about it though.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Man,
check us out also too, you know what I'm saying, every Wednesday 7 to 9 on Dash Radio.
Dash Radio,
Double
baby.
XL channel, you know what I'm saying? We go in
Cray list.
Always with the Cray list.
Cray list.
Check out the Cray list. It's going down, you know what I'm saying? It's Dash Radio.
Look onto the website for all the upcoming Bone Thugs and Harmony shows going on. Fans come out, loan me $5, you know what I'm saying? I'll bet some of the California shows.
Yeah.
To Digital
like
Soapbox Network.
We'll be in Springfield, Missouri, Thursday.
Springfield. That's where Barson is from?
Jackson, Tennessee.
Oh, y'all doing
Friday in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Biloxi.
Saturday.
M.I. Crooked letter I.
How was that Crush Groove?
Oh man, Crush Groove was crazy.
Y'all crushed it.
Every gangster, shouts out to every gangster that was in the house.
Everybody was in the house.
It was more Cutlasses and Grand Nationals in the parking lot.
Everybody was out there, man.
He said Cutlass, but they were 86, 80.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm gonna give me a Suzuki Samurai and pull up on these cats one time.
They was out there, man.
Sidekick.
Yeah, man. But thank y'all for supporting the cast, man. We love y'all. Peace.
Much love.
See y'all next time.
Yeah.
Yes.